She really hates him, it's really true.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Here we are. My wife hates me. Last season, probably like New Year's Eve around then, or Christmas. We'll do our big Christmas show and wrap this.
Well, we'll be in Canada.
Well, before we leave, or won't we get? Who knows? Maybe we'll go on after it.
Well,
Maybe
this is what I think. I think we should
rebrand.
Reboot. Yeah, not My Wife Hates Me, something else.
Well,
what is that noise?
what noise?
Stop and listen. Okay, the cat's.
The cat's here.
But also, do you hear like?
Oh, it's the washing machine.
Oh.
Probably. What? Look who just comes strolling in, old
Okay, so
nosy cat.
We'll rebrand it as My Cat Loves Me. No, we'll.
Oh no! Whoa! We come on. We were believing you.
Just kidding.
Oh, Jesus.
We'll.
You're a comic. That's what you say to me all the time.
I know, but that's what I was just gonna say. You're constantly saying stupid shit. Anywho, any he?
I hate people that say. I don't hate the people.
Is it any who or any whom?
Anyhow.
Anyhow.
My cup.
Boy, you have a lot of ownership over things.
What does it say?
Grandpa. That's annoying, that noise.
Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to move out?
No, I mean, like, shouldn't we stop it for the podcast?
No one can hear it. You got to have bionic ears.
Oh, jeez.
Look who's here. You know, this is kind of empty without your Emmy.
Yes.
Without your Emmy.
Rita took it upstairs and never brought it back.
And then you put it
Yes. Hello.
somewhere.
Oh, shit.
Excuse me.
Oh, my God.
Let's see who's texting me. Maybe we can get him on the podcast. Oh. Why are they...
Girl, let's concentrate. This is starting off as the worst
Okay.
podcast we've ever done. We actually quit last episode, and now
We're rebooting as called the worst... Oh, that's it.
the worst podcast
Ever.
Why do you think people would want to listen to that?
Because people are drawn to that kind of negativity or that weird shit. The worst podcast ever. I'm telling you.
And then what? We just do this? We just look at our phones
we
and
do, yeah. Like dumb shit.
we just basically do what we already do.
Yeah, the worst podcast ever. Let us know. I think that's the ticket.
I think people were like, "You're already doing it."
Well, listen, I was in Michigan.
But maybe we should do like an interview show. We just interview people on the phone.
On Zoom. Too bad you can't do Zoom and a podcast at the same time.
You can.
You can?
You've done them many times.
Oh, you're right. Well, you're 100%.
Wow.
Well,
You got to
listen,
shut that off.
I got to shut it off. Okay.
I got the new phone. 16.
Yeah, so what does that mean?
I don't know. Nothing. Just like feel cool.
So,
Tomorrow we leave for Skankfest.
well, let me go over my horrible weekend.
And I have to come back on Sunday. And I didn't tell them yet.
What if our show is Sunday? Would you
No, it's not. I already looked.
What do you have? Get this thing out of. Why didn't you close the upstairs door?
I did, but he'd already come down, I guess. Just ignore him. He's fine.
No,
If you see something
say
furry,
something. If you see something, say something. Like at the airport, if you see something, say, I'm not on staff. I'm not a cop or security.
Oh, so you just,
I'll let it slide.
What if you see a crime being committed across the street? You go, oh no, I'm not a cop.
I
don't have neighborhood watch in my window.
Well, anyhow, I, I, are you kidding me? Go, cat, go.
Just leave him. He's fine.
I, well, I'm not doing Michigan again. I was in Michigan. It's so depressing. They weren't even comedy clubs. And, the guy that books them is working hard, trying, thinking, but one place Friday night is upstairs of this restaurant. It's set up like a little, I don't know, not a theater, but what? And the manager there is quitting. So they're doing nothing to get people in the room. And the people that were there were great. I mean, it was fun, but it was low numbers. The guy that runs it's quitting. The manager's all depressed because she thinks she's going to lose her job. And, I'm like, oh, fuck. Then
Rich. Now you're a public speaker, correct?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I'm pretty good at public speaking.
Yeah.
Stop burping and blowing air, and you got juice in your mouth. It's like, get prepared. You're consider a story.
All right. I didn't do all of that.
You're like, you're doing that a lot during your thing. Come on.
I got air in my throat.
Okay, so swallow. Take a drink of coffee if you need to. Rinse out your mouth. Be clear and concise, as I am. Somebody texted or DM'd me, said that you only looked at me for less than 4 seconds or something. I can't remember.
Oh.
For the whole podcast. Oh.
Whoa.
I think that was like some kind of a record. Whoa. Look at you looking at me this time.
Saturday, we get to the place we're working. It's a fucking bar, with, sports bar basically. And it's like they told me the numbers, and I get there and they weren't those numbers. And I walk out. I said, I'm not doing it. I can't do this. And the people who were there were fans, but I go, I can't do this. And I walk to the car. Then the booker comes out, come on, just do a half an hour, do whatever. So I did, and they turned the TVs off, but they had the TVs on in the back. I go, you have to turn those off. They go, oh, those two? Yes. 40 years in the business. I go, why am I here? That's the kind of stuff I did when I first started. Someone tells you the money, you're going, oh, good money, it sounds good. And then you get there, who cares about the money? Then I just said, fuck it, I'm going home Sunday. I'm going home. I don't care what the number. And it was decent number Sunday at the Laugh Factory in Chicago. But I go, I don't care. Good numbers, but I'm going home. And on Instagram, just so I can let the people know that were coming to see me, I go, I'm going home. I have to leave due to unforeseen circumstances. So everybody's writing, we send you prayers. I hope things are all... And I'm like, fuck. I get hundreds on Instagram. Hope everything's okay. Prayers, and you're in my thoughts. And then I put a picture of an alarm clock. I go, listen, sorry that I alarmed you people. It was nothing. I just wanted to leave a day early. Like, the people were nice. It was my fault for saying that. I should have just said, fuck it, I'm leaving.
Even Raina was like, Mom, is everything okay?
Yeah, my daughter called me, Jessica called me, what's wrong? And I'm like, I just want to go home a day. What are you looking at, evil face? Have you ever thrown the cat? You ever put the cat out of your room and she just stares and looks at you?
What is the gender of this cat?
A male. You ever throw him out of your room and he just looks at you and goes, why did you do that? He just stares at you like some evil little... Hey, cat. All right. So I just said, fuck it, I'm leaving. I'm not, doing this. Anyhow, I left. I got home a day early. I was happy once I got home. Then I played golf. I really left a day early to play golf. But the shows were fun. I'm very funny under any circumstance, Doesn't matter. We've seen it all. We've done it all. But Michigan, like I said in my new series on the road with Rich, Michigan, I worked there years ago at this place, Dr. Grins. This place was horrific. They were still smoking cigarettes, and in the room, you go in, it was full of smoke, right? The MC, this is how long ago it was. The MC was seating people, putting stuff on the tables. He picked me up from the airport, right? And he did everything. And then, like when I get home, I see on MySpace he was bad mouthing me. I'm going, you're the MC.
Why was he?
Because he goes, oh, he was really rough up there. You know, he had walkouts. Yeah, probably 4 people left. Who knows? Who cares? So that was horrible, Dr. Grins. Then what else did I do? This was years ago because he put the thing on MySpace. That's how long ago it was.
Okay.
Then I worked. Oh, before that, Ridley's Comedy Club. It was like a fucking warehouse. And there was a lot of people, but I had probably that week I did over 1,000 people, but a table of Middle Easterns left, and the owner's like, "Oh, you got to tone it down or whatever." Shut up.
Wait, when's this?
Oh, that was even before. That was so long ago.
Okay.
That had to be 17, 15 years ago.
All right.
You know,
maybe let's bring it up to more current.
I'm just saying
shows.
my history of Michigan isn't fun. Then I worked some other room upstairs there. And the guy before me was from that area. He ended with a Chris Farley impression, right? Running to the stage, and they loved him. They hated me. I mean, that was probably
That is the hardest thing to follow is somebody who's
So energetic.
high energy and
Local.
not doing anything intellectual. And when I intellectual, I don't mean intellectual. I mean
something you got to think about.
like just even the slightest
I think he's a good comic now. I think he's, that was, years ago, he probably was new or whatever. So I'm not attacking him. But at the time, I mean, doing Chris Farley, and he looked like Chris Farley. He was overweight, bald.
Oh God, the audiences love that.
They loved it.
Then you go on and it's like, what is this?
What is this?
It's almost like they're like confused as to what you're even doing. Like I've had to follow Jessica Kirson before, who I love. I think she's fantastic.
Well, she's funny though.
Very funny. No, I'm not. I'm just saying people that are hard to follow. I've gone on after her before where they're looking at me like, is this even the same like thing? Like who? Like did a waitress just come up on stage? Like,
Well, she
it's like
kills.
my subtleties are just completely 100% lost on the audience.
I would rather follow somebody that's strong than somebody that's just running around all energetic and,
Well, there's certain people that are, I think, really. There's someone that at the stand sometimes I just really, really don't want to follow ever.
Well, so anyhow, so that's 3 places in Michigan. I don't know. I just never. Something about Michigan. I like Ohio. I had fun in Cincinnati. I have fun in Cuyahoga Falls, Cleveland.
Should we just do this the whole podcast?
Yeah, let's
And
talk
places
about
where you had fun and places that you don't.
I'm just
like.
saying I left early and I was happy I left.
I think
early.
we're already doing worst podcast ever. But good job. You're seamlessly dovetailing into our next project.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead. Talk about the Melendez brothers or something that everybody knows. Go ahead.
oh no. You know what? You're right. We should just in this podcast we're just going to list places we like, and I think that's going to be relatable to a lot of people. I like I did well in Seattle. I like Seattle. I like Portland.
I hate Portland.
I liked it. I did well in Portland.
You were at a festival?
Yeah.
It's such a long flight to go see a bunch
Do you
of
see
homeless
though
people.
how he knows it doesn't click in there. He's like, yes, this is going to be a great podcast because there's no deepness. It's just a very superficial, like did well, didn't do well. It's just a very binary thing, which you like.
No, liked it, didn't like it. I always do well, but, no, I didn't do well up in that attic following the energetic act. I didn't sell any merch. I had CDs in. I mean, it was, when you're after a show, when you're selling or whatever, and they just walk out without looking at you because they feel embarrassed for you. That's what happened there. And that was years ago, too. Anyhow, this Puff Daddy's in trouble. Have you seen that? P. Diddy. A lot of people going down. Cat Williams, the new Nostradamus, he called it. I get all my info from Cat Williams.
I don't necessarily believe anything. I mean, I went down a rabbit hole last night, and it was just like, it starts to get so crazy. It's like Oprah is involved in child trafficking, and Ellen DeGeneres has something to do with it, and it's like, come on.
But they're probably it's a side gig.
First of all, like these sex parties and stuff, which I'm sure are true to some degree.
They're called orgies.
Who likes sex that much? It's so crazy. You do? You would go every weekend to a sex party?
No, it depends if they had them on Thursday or Sunday. I make money on the weekends. I'm not going back to Michigan, but go ahead. No, I wouldn't go to a sex party.
I mean,
That'd be gross.
I guess I just don't have the sex drive. I enjoy, or at least I used to enjoy sex. I like having like a connection with people, I guess, in that way.
Well, you probably haven't had that in 20 years, 19 years. Get it? Me.
Yeah, like an intimacy would. Oh, this is actually good because this is what I want to talk about. I wanted to ask you why you think, in the bigger picture, like in the universal sort of like take on, like, we come to this planet to learn things about ourselves, right? Do you believe that? Like life is about.
I think you're here to help other people, but go ahead. To give back your knowledge, and you're here to carry the message. But go ahead.
You're not here to get angry in traffic?
I haven't got angry in traffic in so long. I hardly get angry in traffic ever. I don't do it anymore because there's nothing I could do.
Oh, you only get angry at me? Recently, you've been very on anything that I say to you. You kind of get mad about.
That has nothing to do with traffic. But go ahead. What did you want to ask me?
I wanted to ask you why you think that you and I got together. We've been married a long time. Like in the bigger picture, not like, oh, we made each other laugh. I don't mean that. I mean, like, in the bigger picture, what
I don't
do
know,
you think?
There was some kind of connection I had with you that I never had.
I don't mean
with
that.
anybody.
I mean in the bigger picture, like,
It was God's will. If there's a God, it was God's will that we. You know why they put us together? Or a power greater than ourselves, so we could put on earth Raina. That's why. And Raina's going to do big things. She's going to turn it around. You never know. Or she's going to be a fuck up. But I don't think that. And that's the reason,
So you don't think that you and I being together helped you or I?
Oh, of course.
Well, you think that you're here on this planet to help other people.
Well, that's one of the main things.
What is it that you help me with?
Stability, responsibility, family. And
No.
Well, you never had a kid before. That kind of family, not your family. You're good with your family. You're pretty tight with your family. Awareness, all the things in life that
you're teaching me awareness.
Oh, really? I got a flat. What do I do? Okay, yeah.
Thank you, though.
You asked me, and I'm telling you. So don't.
Okay, but awareness is like, I knew I had a flat. Look, if you weren't around, I would have dealt with it.
Did you fix the garage door? Can you open it now through the pad that you did something to? You can?
Yes.
How did you fix it?
I just read the instructions and redid it.
The pad? There was no instructions for the pad. Outdoors?
This is what I love about Rich. The awareness. It's right on the actual fucking pad.
I never used it.
Anybody can change if the garage door's open, you can change the code.
If it's open.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. What code did you put in? A new one?
Exactly the same code that was last time.
I got a stomach ache. Go ahead.
But now, don't you think you should be like, oh, I should have. Did you? You're like gonna catch me in something. What? You were like, oh, she fucked up. Let me.
Well, where are you? Where's your earbud?
Oh, okay. So something else. Here we go.
Where's your earbud?
He's gonna get me on something.
I'll get you on something. I'll get you on that.
If you know the actual name of the item that you're trying to nail me on, then I might listen.
Your earpods.
No.
Earbuds.
No.
What do you think they're called? They're not called earbuds.
You're so dumb.
You're dumb.
It's crazy. I wouldn't think you were dumb if you just were like, oh, I don't know what they're called. But instead, you go, well, what do you think they're called? Like, it's so insane to not know things and still try to have the upper hand.
Earbuds.
No.
Then it's either earbuds or earpods.
No to both.
Well, what do you think? You're so smart. What are they if it's not earbuds or earpods?
I'm waiting for you to say, oh, I guess I don't know. I guess I've been calling them by the wrong name this
I don't
whole
usually
time.
call them. I don't talk about them.
You are talking about them right now.
Your earbuds.
No, you want to keep saying it? Do you think I'll just eventually go yes?
Yep.
No. Do you want to look them up?
No, because my phone's off.
Okay. Then either say I don't know this and I'd like some help, or
What do you think they're called?
no.
What do you think?
I know. I absolutely 100% know what they're called.
No, the real name. What do you think the real name is?
What do you mean the real name?
The one that Apple came out with.
Yes.
Okay, what do you think it is? I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. I'll tell you.
No, because I know if I say it, you'll say right. Because I'm 100% right, and you're always 100% wrong.
I'm not always.
So either say I don't know what it is, and I need some help.
Earpods.
How many times are you gonna say that?
Your earphones. No. Earphones. No, that ain't it either. All right, what do you think it is?
You can keep doing it. That's not going to get me to say it.
All right, I don't know what it is. What is it?
No. Do it nice. Do it nice, because you know what? It makes you seem smarter to say, oh, have I been saying it wrong? What is the right answer? Or whatever. It's not smarter to go, you don't know, you're wrong, I'll tell you if you're right. Those are all weird defense mechanisms to protect a little person inside of you.
Oh, shut up. You're not a doctor.
It doesn't matter if I'm a doctor or
okay.
not. You're protecting your ego.
I'm not, no.
Which your ego is making you seem dumb. So say, thanks, ego, step aside.
My ego's not my amigo, okay? So.
Right. Was that something you learned in your 12 steppers?
Hey.
Your ego's not your amigo?
Yeah. You know what ego stands for?
Evidence.
No.
Greatly overshadowed.
No. Easing God out.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Take a sip. You're not a detective, all right? So, would you lose your case too? Have you found your case too? What did you lose?
You can ask me what they're called.
Hey, I'm not sure what earpods are called. What's the real name of them?
AirPods.
It is AirPods?
Not ear pods. Do you hear? Not ear pods. AirPods.
Oh, big deal.
No. That makes you seem dumb. That makes you seem like an idiot. So you say what?
Thank you.
There you go.
I'm still calling them earpods.
I know you will, because there's no updates ever happening in your brain.
No updates.
Yeah, you don't like when you sleep, you get an update sometimes on your phone. You're not getting it. You're not plugged
Did
in.
you find a case
You have
to
no learning curve.
Did you find a case to your AirPods?
I did not. I don't
Why
know.
don't you put on your phone? Where's my AirPod case?
What? Just write it on my phone somewhere with a crayon. Where's my AirPod case? Where are my earbuds?
Anyhow, so I have.
Now listen. Now
So
you
I have-
asked a question you didn't know the answer to, instead of saying no, you don't know all that stuff. Now what happened? Did it feel bad to say, "Hey, what is it actually called?"
Killed me on the inside.
It did. Well, the more you do it, the less it'll hurt, and you'll look absolutely smarter.
Well, here's the thing. Bonnie or Raina or both gave me some AirPods for Christmas one year, and right when I got them, I put, you know how you get those return labels from St. Jude with your address. I put it on my AirPods in case I get lost or something. Anyhow, Bonnie loses hers, borrows mine, and says these are mine, but they're not hers. They're mine, and you know, and that's the problem. Hold on. Bonnie and Raina will just take things out of my room and forget they took them. I used to have so many nice socks. Not anymore. I got to keep buying socks because
I told you every time I have to turn the light off in your room, I take a pair of socks.
you never told me that. But okay.
I did
All
tell
right.
you that.
All right.
But why would you leave for the weekend with your fan on and both lights on? It's
I don't
like
leave
weird.
with both lights on. Well, I knew I was coming back a day early. Get it? That's a callback. Because I came back a day early.
No one closed the
What?
the sliding door last night.
Who was the last one to use it? Come
I
on.
don't know.
Who was the last one to use it?
I don't know.
You know? Who took Allie out while we were watching we didn't watch anything last night, but who took Allie out the last time?
I didn't because she peed on the pad.
But you still took her out the last. You walked out of it last. Who was downstairs last? Who was downstairs to set up the coffee
It doesn't
pot?
bother me.
I know.
I don't care.
You set up the coffee pot, right? Last night before you went to bed.
I
Thank
emptied the dishwasher,
Yeah.
cleaned the kitchen,
Good
and
job.
set up the coffee maker.
So you were downstairs last.
Yeah.
What did you not do?
I didn't lock the sliding door
What if somebody came in?
and killed us all. I feel pretty bad about it, but I'd be dead, so I wouldn't really care that much.
What if they came in and just killed me? And
Well, then I would probably be arrested
for murder.
for murder.
For murder. Then who would you call? Because I'm dead. You're going to call, oh, I'm in. Hey, get me
I
a
just
lawyer.
don't know. If you died, I wouldn't know how to get any of your money. I'll just go to the bank and be like, just give me all his accounts.
I'm not telling you.
Why?
Because
What if
you're
you
going to try
die?
to kill me.
No. Believe me, I would have done it by now.
You got to bring in a death certificate,
And then they'll just open up the accounts for you.
I guess.
Am
yeah.
I in your will?
Yeah. Everybody's in my will. What are you looking at?
Just somebody.
Who? Do I know them?
Stephanie wrote me a text.
Oh, that's nice. She's nice. Well, anything else going on that you want to talk about on the worst podcast ever?
Are you excited about Skankfest?
Yeah. Yeah, I like going
Is
to Vegas.
Vegas one of your pluses or minuses?
It's a plus. Vegas. I always do well in Vegas.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I got to go meet someone in Vegas for a big job. I hope it works out.
I got to play golf, and all these people are like, "Hey, you want to play golf?" I already have it set up,
But we're only there Friday and Saturday. Oh, you're there Sunday.
but
too.
I'm not playing Sunday.
I'm coming home Sunday, and I got to tell them. But how am I going to tell them?
Well, wait till you get there. They like to see you. Friday and Saturday, I'm going to play golf.
And what am I going to say why I got to come back? I can't leave my daughter alone. I mean, that's the truth.
No, but you've been using that every year.
I know, but I don't want her to have to stay overnight by herself.
So you got a meeting Monday
Okay.
in New York.
All right.
Now that we came up with the lie, if they see this podcast, they're going to know you're lying.
Well, the truth is, I didn't want to leave Raina Sunday night alone. The other nights she can stay. She's staying at friends. But the lie is, I have a meeting on Monday. So if they're watching this,
Got to have a good backup plan.
I got the backup truth on here too.
That's good. You got to have that. I don't have a lot of shows. I mean, I'll end up doing a lot of shows. They put me on a lot. But they have me host every year, which I like doing, the Legends show. It's basically the old comics. But, you know, last year I did it. Roseanne was on the show and, you know, TJ Miller. Who's the big act this year? They didn't announce it yet. There's got to be a big act.
Like what? Like a Roseanne kind of big act?
Yeah, like a big act. I wonder who it is, besides me and you, or you and I.
I don't think anybody gives a shit about me. But that's okay.
Yeah, they give a shit about
I
you.
mean,
Would You Bang Him is one of the better shows.
Would You Bang Him is going to be a fucking killer. We got a killer lineup. It's going to be great. Anyway, thanks so much for listening.
Well, we only did 35 minutes.
I know, but
Yeah.
that's enough in this kind of podcast.
That's what I
When
like.
you were listening to the worst podcast ever, you don't want it to go too long.
That's what I say.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to keep this down here. I have a Zoom meeting at 2.
Okay.
They want me to do this podcast, and I go, give me the info on it. It's just whatever. You know something's not real when they go, okay, can we have your credit card? That's when you hang up. Can we have your credit card so we could pay you, or your bank info?
What? Who's doing that?
I don't know. Scammers always try to get your credit card or your
To
bank.
pay you? I need your credit card information to pay you?
They'll come up with some kind of scam, yeah.
No, they just Venmo.
Yeah, that's what I do. Venmo or PayPal. I think the person that invented PayPal also invented Coinstar and whatever. Smart Israeli.
Okay.
What? You can't admit they're smart Israelis?
Yeah, I can.
All right. They're at all-out war with Lebanon now.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking crazy Middle East crap.
It's been going on for a long time.
But the Iron Dome wasn't working. Well, listen, folks. You know what the Iron Dome is?
No. Goodbye.
You don't know what the Iron Dome is? Because we want it here. It stops missiles from coming into your country.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know, some kind of deflector. It's a deflector.
It's a sad state that we have to have that.
Who you telling?
Enough with the war. We don't need it.
There's a song, War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
It's true.
Who sings that?
It's such a weird thing. I think there's like such a weird thing with our evolution that war is still such a big part of our, like, that people have to go and die for like something that's not even personal to them, really. Like,
Yes,
it's weird.
it's religion. It's very personal.
I
to
know,
them.
but that's the other thing is like, what religion is so fucking crazy. It's like kills so many people. It's like, I don't know. I can't get into it.
I went to buy baby oil and it was all sold out. Who could buy that much baby oil that they would sell it out? Get it?
Well, it was lube.
It was baby oil.
Well, baby oil's not lube.
I
They
know.
kept saying it was lube, 1,000 bottles of lube.
Oh.
Baby oil, you shouldn't put it in.
Who are named some of the people you heard were at these parties?
Kevin Hart.
Barack and his wife.
No, I never heard that.
Yeah.
No, I never heard that.
Yeah, they probably go to parties and leave. They're not,
No, no, that's not true. That's bullshit.
Who else? LeBron.
Ashton Kutcher. I heard that Milas or whatever. What's her name?
Cyrus.
No. Milas Kutcher. whatever, Ashton's wife, that she moved out because she knows what's coming. And I heard that Ben Affleck broke up with J-Lo because
I heard that.
he got footage of her at the parties.
Well, she was married to
I don't think she was married to him, but
Puff Daddy,
I
Diddy. Or
I
whatever.
don't think they were married. But
well, what the fuck was I
well,
gonna
we'll
say?
see. Can't wait till the fucking 12-part documentary series happens, so we can find everything out. All right, thanks everybody.
Oh, this week's
We've never
Gangfest.
been to we've only been to Tim Dillon parties. There was only one person went in the pool. It was Aaron Burke.
At the Tim Dillon party.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that was one of the Hampton parties we went to.
There was not a lot of sex going on.
No, we did get to see videos of Tim's new show.
Coming out October 1st. Looks fantastic. This
Very
is your
funny.
country.
He's so fucking funny.
Tim
He's
Dillon's
quick.
great.
He's quick. I like him.
All right.
What?
I keep trying to get out of here.
All right. I'm gonna take a sauna. Well, first I'm gonna go to the post office, the bank. Then I'm gonna come back, eat, take a sauna, and do my podcast. Not my podcast, my Zoom meeting. If that's not called off. If that's called off, maybe I'll play golf. But I'm playing golf tomorrow.
This is what is, if you want to know, what is it like being married? This is it. You have to
Oh, you always tell me what you're doing. You go, I'm going to go
not
work
on the
out.
podcast.
Oh, brother. All right. Listen, folks, if you find Bonnie's earpod case.
What are they called?
AirPods.
There you go.
I said it wrong again. You didn't even listen.
No, you said AirPods a second.
Said ear.
Oh.
AirPods, which is dumb. It should be called AirPods. You put them in your ear.
What, are you saying air and ear exactly the same way?
No.
Because they should be called AirPods. They go in your ears.
Earpods, they should be called.
Ay, ay, ay. Boop, 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 boop.
That's a nice shirt. I gave it to you.
Goodbye.
Woo!
My Wife Hates Me podcast, hosted and created by Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane, produced by Nick Collette. Find us wherever you get your podcasts.
This jackass Jew. Some people say that opposites attract, but this seems more like a suicide pact. He's totally sober, she's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.